one of the largest exporters of palm oil, and India is one of the largest destination from Indonesia, for Indonesia. And I know that the price and availability of palm oil are depending on some countries like Indonesia and Malaysia. And therefore, I think it's better for us, better for all of us to involve countries like Indonesia and Malaysia and all the producers so that we can participate and also expanding and enhancing the possibility of, let's say, quote-unquote, controlling the price by giving a lot of exports to a lot of countries, including India. I think it's one of the strategies that we can also make the price more stable and, of course, the availability of our commodities more reliable. So I think it's good hands already with Indonesia and Malaysia and other partners by contributing and committing to the development of CPO all over the world.
Solvent Extractor Association of India, which is primarily responsible for imports of palm oil, has signed an agreement, and Solidaridad has facilitated that with the coordinated Ministry of Economic Affairs in Indonesia some 3 to 4 years back. And there is a joint forum which has been set up to deliberate on almost all issues, including inclusivity of smallholders, duties, and other regulations. So I think those exchanges are helping to kind of create a coordinated approach between Indonesia and India already.
Thank you for the question. So that is why we are here. Basically, we want to make both countries, especially this policy, to strengthen the effort with regard to EUDR. So that is why one of the solutions, basically, we managed to having the joint task force meeting, basically to discuss, to put on record what is our concern with regard to EUDR, which definitely will give the impact to our smallholders. I mean, Malaysia and also Indonesia, you know, most of the what they call it involvement on the palm oil industry is the smallholders. So we don't want that smallholders, you know, out of the supply chain. So that is why we have that task force to really convey our concern, the implication of EUDR regulation. That's my initial.
So as we know that the EU is one of the top destinations for our CPO exports. Yeah. In fact, number 3. Yeah. It's about 4.36 billion US dollar, and it remains one of the significant market. Yeah. But as you know, as you mentioned, the EUDR and their policies and their approach towards the development of CPO and the export of CPO sometimes not relevant. Because I think we believe, and I think Malaysia is also second this one, that how we must make things clear between their standards and our standards, and sometimes it's always biased. What the EUDR is trying to convey, what the EUDR is trying to implement, it's not really objective. Why? Because they are applying something that is beyond their perception. Sometimes they try to impose or expose their own interpretation of what other nations needs. And it's quite clear that one policy must not be biased. And it is very important also to note that the issue of standardization and certifications must be valued, must be taken into good consideration, and must be fairly assessed. This is one of the most important things that I think we would like to convey. And also with regards to the CPO, crude palm oil. If we are talking about environment, we are talking about preserving, let's say, the forest. Let's take a look at the data. How much we are preserving ours, how much they are preserving theirs. As far as I know, the percentage of the land of the forest that they are preserving is less than Indonesia is preserving. So where's this objectivity? That's why we are here. I will second Pak Sekjen statement just now that it is something that we can communicate together along with India, along with all other partners, so that we can convey a strong and clear message, yeah, to all parties, including the European Union, that if we're talking about sustainability, if we're talking about the issue of food security, which is related also to palm oil, I think it is fair to say, and it would make sense to say, that if we can work and collaborate together and address these issues comprehensively. Yeah, I think, why not? I think India is now starting to produce, starting to develop its own plan to become a producer, maybe in the future. I don't see why we can accept. I think we are now collaborating, we are now working together as always, and also been good trading partners, I think, for all of us, including Indonesia and also Malaysia. And I think it's better if we have more, right? If some countries or a lot of our partner countries can also contribute to the development of the CPOPC, why not? Yeah, I think it's something that we can work together. I always believe in friendship. I always believe in stronger collaboration. And we always believe that India has always been our not only good partner, but also good friend. And we understand each other. In many forums, in many meetings, we always engage with each other. For example, like this couple days in G20 and also in ASEAN meeting, we always share the similarities, we always share this confidence also that to assess one policy, to assess regulation of another must be based on fairness, must be based on objectivity. And so far, I think we are doing good with India, and India also doing good with us. So I think I always believe that in the future, we will remain stronger partners and we'll work together. Thank you.
Because I think there is one of the very big things which has gone little bit underreported by the media and the journalists is that India is the only country in the world which has recognized ISPO and MSPO through an official MOU. And I think no other country has done that. So that reflects our belief in the nationally made systems that is supporting the smallholders. Having said so, I would be more concerned about palm-free campaign, palm-free products which are coming up in India now, health-related advertisements that it is negatively affecting health, the palm oil, those are bigger concerns than India adopting the EUDR processes.
Thank you for the question. In fact, for Malaysia, so that is why we have what we call a special agency, which is looking at the promotion of the palm oil, which is the Malaysian Palm Oil Council. So we have our rep at back there. You know, we have we implement mostly on the promotion exercise with regard to safety, security, efficiency, and so on. Basically, on the benefit of palm oil. Yes, so that is why we also work hand in hand with CPOPC for the other activities which is not being covered by the our agency, which is CPOPC. Thank you very much. That's my comment.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I mean, Malaysia and India has already again have signed an agreement between Solvent Extractor Association, Solidaridad, and Malaysian Palm Oil Board. And the agenda is very much to promote friendship, promote trade for sustainable palm oil between Malaysia and India. This was done in 2019. This agreement was signed during Solvent Extractor Association meeting. And of course, from an Indian side, we are still looking for a little greater effort from Malaysia and Indonesia to promote the benefits of palm oil to the Indian consumers, because there are lots of misunderstanding and myths which are being promoted. We have seen new brands coming up with celebrities endorsing palm-free product. And those are leading to concerns among the families about the health issues related to palm oil and other things. So I feel looking into the size of the Indian market, which is bigger than the entire European market taken together, there is probably a need for a little more intense engagement with the Indian market to promote the efforts made by the smallholders, its nutritional values, its health benefits, and that would go a long way in making palm oil a affordable and yet preferred vegetable oil for our citizens in this country.
Hello, everyone. So I want to know what measures has your country has taken to promote sustainable palm oil production with reference to food security? What measures has your country taken?
Sambuaga, Vice Minister of Trade, Republic of Indonesia, Young Ybhg Dato, Haji Zaidi bin Muhammad Karli, Secretary General, Ministry of Plantation and Commodities of Malaysia, Dr. Shatadru Chattopadhyay, Managing Director, Solidaridad, Asia. May we hear the official statement of our respective speakers, Excellencies, Honorables, please. May we begin with Dr. Sambuaga, Vice Minister of Trade, Republic of Indonesia, please.
Thank you. Welcome and thank you again for attending this press conference. The Council of Palm Oil Producing Countries, CPOPC, hosts a joint mission to India from 27 to 29 September 2023. The delegation consists of high-level representatives from Indonesia and Malaysia, as well as the Executive Director and the Secretariat of CPOPC. This mission is part of a broader strategy aimed at intensifying engagement with major consuming countries outside the European Union, as directed by the CPOPC Ministerial Council. The primary objective of this mission is to establish open lines of communication and collaboration with India, a crucial market, to ensure continued market access and maintain robust demand for palm oil products. This mission also represents an invaluable opportunity to dispel misconceptions surrounding the palm oil industry by providing factual information about sustainable practices and the positive contributions of the industry to global agriculture and trade. Today, we will also commence the second Sustainable Vegetable Oil Conference, and this conference aims to discuss the current updates in developing strategies to ensure food and energy security and address sustainability concerns. Through the conference, we also aim to strengthen the foundation for future communication and collaboration among global stakeholders. Together, we can identify innovative solutions, share best practices, and work towards a more sustainable and equitable vegetable oil industry. We hope that the CPOPC joint mission to India will lay the groundwork for enhanced cooperation between palm oil producing nations and India. We are committed to ensuring the continued growth of the palm oil industry while safeguarding our planet and promoting sustainable development. The second Sustainable Vegetable Oil Conference further reinforces our dedication to these ideals, bringing us one step closer to a more sustainable and prosperous future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ministry of Plantation and Commodities of Malaysia, please.
Thank you, MC, and thank you, everyone. Good morning. Everything already been said by our Excellency the Minister. So, but the only thing is that perhaps I just want to add. So on the what do you call it, the reason, and also be mentioned by our Excellency, we need to really look at the palm oil as part of the solution, rather than being negatively what do you call it, negative perception by the consumer. So that is why I think one of the reasons CPOPC come here is to like mentioned by Excellency, is to convey the communication, the positive side of the palm oil. I think that is the whole idea we had this seminar here. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. and leadership from the CPOPC for giving us this opportunity. Solidaridad works in very close collaboration with the CPOPC, and of course we have collaboration with smallholder palm oil associations across the world. It's our great honor to be a kind of co-organizer and having you here in India to talk about the benefits of palm oil. Palm oil is very important for Indian people. It is an affordable nutrition security for all of us. And if we look at the palm oil growth in India, it has grown by 60% in the last decade, the consumption of palm oil. 60% of all palm oil going to be consumed in the world is within Asia. And we would need 100 million tons of additional palm oil by the end of this decade, as per various projections. That makes the inclusion of smallholders a very crucial subject. The smallholders are the backbone of the palm oil industry. And that is why we are here today with this workshop on inclusion of smallholders. It is crucial for also because as a mechanism for poverty reduction. We have heard about how poverty has been reduced in China, but I think the bigger miracle of poverty reduction has been achieved in Indonesia and Malaysia through palm oil. Millions of farmers are today earning a dignified livelihood because of palm oil, or because of oil palm production. If we need to do 100 million tons of additional vegetable oil requirement, palm oil requires only 26 million hectares compared to 200 million hectares for soybean and 125 million hectares for sunflower oil. So it is an environmentally sustainable product for India. I say this because there is a lot of pressure on India to look at its footprint of sustainability. We also are here to discuss about a way forward with the new regulations on European Union Directive for deforestation. We feel that it should be aligned with the national frameworks of ISPO and MSPO, which is already a government good mechanism to address issues required for deforestation related challenges that has been raised. And lastly, I would say we are here, I also represent Asian Palm Oil Alliance, whose members will be joining us in the afternoon, which is an alliance of 5 biggest palm oil consuming countries. And we are hopeful with the collaboration with CPOPC, we would be able to increase market access of smallholder produced palm oil in India, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in China, in Japan, and Sri Lanka. Thank you.
झालं की मी एक ॲक्शन करणार झालं की सांगा